Happy Friday night, Sooner Nation. Welcome to the Sooner Surge podcast that tells it like it is. And I'll tell you like it is. That was about a super regional game there in Love's Field tonight, Jay, and OU falls. I've seen some of the comments. I think there's a lot to talk about with this. But I'll wait to get to some of the comments. But there's a lot to get to, Jay. You got the Sweet 16 matchups going on. Houston getting ready to tip off.
Lot to talk about, Jerm. Lose the opener softball wise, and
great game.
It was a good game. It had a little postseason vibe feel. Good crowd, electric crowd, high energy. What's up, KB? How you doing tonight? Bighorn gets a first of the series. That's right.
And Jay, look, OU basketball got beat by OU twice, and tonight Tennessee beats OU with a former Sooner Nugent, a two-run bomb. I've got to say this first. I saw the comment by, I think it was Robert Neff, that said, I mean, he seems a little bit off the deep end here, in my opinion. But, OU left more runners on tonight. They did face great pitching. Pickens is really good. OU hit her, but just couldn't put it in the right spots. But listen, OU's got to fight adversity and find a way to win the series. That's what they're going to have to do. That's what they're going to have to do when it comes postseason too. I thought Landry was phenomenal after the two runs. Like, I couldn't believe how well she settled down, Jay.
He settled down. And
listen, anyone who thinks they're going to pull Sam Landry in a 2-2 game is
nobody
ridiculous.
thinks that, Jerm. Hey, good to see you on here, Damon. Hope you're doing well. Big Orange, Tennessee, man. Good night for Tennessee all around. I tell you, it's going to be Tennessee-Houston. I think Houston beats Purdue. That matchup's going to be great matchup. Sooner fan says we are spoiled. This is only the beginning of losing more. Yeah, you're not going to lose. You're not going to go losing 2 games.
All right, now.
Hey, let's get to Dave. I got to Dave.
Go ahead, Jay.
Dave, man, thanks so much, Dave. I feel like that's all I say is thanks. I don't know what else to say, but we appreciate you so much. Just nightly, your support of the channel and everything means a lot. Really does.
Hey, Aaron, I'm going to say this because I got a pretty bold take. First off, the comment about Band-Aid on a knife wound. Okay, here's the deal. There was no way no one in their right frame of mind would have pulled Sam Landry tonight in a 2-2 game. Now, I think Dill or someone's going to have to step up, and I think one of them's going to step up tomorrow. Someone's going to step up. I don't think Landry pitches a single pitch tomorrow. And then I got to get to Johnson because I questioned it too, Johnson. I'm like, I texted the group chat. I said, I would have went with bases loaded with Garcia. As hot as she's been, she at least puts the ball in play. Now, I do understand that Tennessee had to throw a perfect throw in a big moment, and OU had a really fast player, but still, I'm taking my chances. But I think, like you said, Jay, in the video we did, Patty's going to send her 100% of the time.
Yeah, because it took a perfect throw to get her out. So that's the thing. And hey,
wore out. Hey, Sooner fan. They were not. It's 2-2 in extra innings. You're telling me, hey, by the way, if Patty Gasso would have won and put Monticelli or Dill or anyone into the 8th inning, you would have lost your mind, Sooner fan. You would have lost your mind.
Well, I think wore out. I mean, she did throw the most pitches in her career tonight, one game. That's crazy.
Hey, no short game. The one that really hurt Johnson, Hannah Core, leadoff infield single. Abby Dayton tries to slap and bunt and can't get her over to second. That was big. Robert, to say Roach has done a bad job this year, I think it's way too early to say. Way too early. Way too early to say she's done a bad job.
Yeah, have you been watching much of the basketball? The Ole Miss game was a good game. I mean, somebody was talking about SEC in here. If they don't win the championship, it's bad. They're going to have probably 5 of the 8, and they were this close to having 7 of the 8. So,
hey, Ron, they weren't thinking about Wichita State. And hey, everyone who's just kind of losing their mind about OU losing to Tennessee, a top 10 team. The number 1 team in America lost to Mississippi State tonight. There's going to be losses. Jay, how many games did OU softball lose last year?
I don't, Jerem, why are you asking me? I don't know. I don't
You
know.
know?
Do you know, Jerem?
Yeah, it was 7.
Okay.
They
Do you
lost
think they
7
lose
last.
more? Do you think
And
they
by the
lose
way,
more
there
than
are
7?
games when Kelly Maxwell did. I'm like,
Do you
look,
think they lose
they
more
still
than
won
7?
tonight.
Do you think they lose more than 7?
I said I think they lose 9 the other night was my number.
Sooner Cowboy bringing out the brooms tonight. Yeah, I mean, they've been okay, but they have been. There are some times they swing at some bad pitches, but I think they need. You look at it tonight. They just. I mean, once their stud came in, I mean, OU did pretty well actually to get the run they got, but she's really good. I mean, you know what she can do is she can allow a few hits and get a couple people on. It doesn't matter. She can come out in 6 pitches and K2 people. She's got overpowering stuff with movement. There's not a whole lot. I mean, she's really good.
Hey, open the phone lines early. I want Sooner fan to call in tonight. I don't think Sooner fans called in, but I'm ready for him to call in because what do you mean facts over feelings? I'll give you some facts, Sooner fan. You ready for some facts? Patty Gasso is the best coach in the history of the game. Fact. This team is young. Fact. This team is still a top 5 team. Fact. Sam Landry's still a really, really good pitcher. Fact. Ella Parker's been in a slump. Fact. OU left a lot of runners in scoring position today. Fact. Sam Landry, I still think, is good or better than Kelly Maxwell. Fact. OU's got to figure out their number 2 and 3 starters. Fact. This team still has everything in front of them that they want. Fact. I'm never counting Patty Gasso out. Fact. I think this team rebounds tomorrow with a win. Fact. Hey, I should switch to my phone because I got to yell tonight. How did the facts pay off? They've won 4 straight natties, bud. 4 straight natties. What do you mean, how does it pay off? We'll see what happens this year.
Ron says most of those are opinion. Ella Parker's her. I did see what. Yeah, I did see that. And you also got, I think, an injury that's hurting him right now is Lowry. Lowry not being able to pitch is hurting him. She's got a back injury, according to Plank, maybe next week. Uzan 2 threes early. How about that? What's the score on that Houston game? Because that's my team to win it all. I've said it for a while now. And I would love to see him do it. Take down the SEC. Houston win it all. It'd be great. Burn the red shirt. Burn the red shirt. Lane says.
I agree.
Sophia board. Why you got your sunshine out already?
It was dark in here, so I turned the light on, Jay.
Oh, hey, pull the red shirt and Lowry.
Oh, they had 2 big reviews that they won tonight. Look.
Yeah.
Look, you know what? I'm not scared to sit here and say Tennessee's a really good team. Kudos to Tennessee. They made a big play when they had to. If that throws anywhere left of home plate, OU wins the game, and everyone's saying, this team continues ways to get it done. What a win by this team. Like, please chill out, everyone, about losing your mind that they lost this game.
Yeah, 8-7 Houston early on. There's a phone link if you'd like to call in. Hey, a couple other things today. The NCAA denied the Colorado-Syracuse game from happening in the spring. Denied. That's a fact. And the NCAA, you knew they would. I'm ready for the NCAA to be done. I just think it's maybe a few years down the road still. But although Hunter said something about the explanation, they kind of opened it up for next year for it to happen. So I'd have to go read it into detail a little more. What else is going on, man? Look like a belt buckle, man. Got a pretty good arm throwing those dodgeballs. That's about all I saw from videos.
I didn't see any of that. Yeah, Porter Moser is still the OU coach. Fact.
Are we doing fact or fiction tonight?
Maybe.
Let's do fact or fiction tonight.
Go ahead, Jay.
Let's do fact or fiction. What?
Give me one.
What do you mean give you one?
OU softball loses more than 10 games. What do you think? Buy or sell? I'm selling that.
I thought we were doing fact or fiction. Now you're saying
buy or sell.
Huh?
Buy or sell. I sell. I don't think they lose more.
I'm buying that. I think
you're buying that?
I think 10 or more. And that doesn't mean they're going to be in bad
Let
shape.
me ask you this. OU softball makes the Women's College World Series. Buy or sell?
Got to look at their draw, but I
I'm
might
buying
still
that.
buy. I still buying that.
Yeah, I'm buying that.
I'm still buying that. Factor fix.
Buy or sell? OU football starts 6-0. I'm selling that.
Well, then what? So who are your losses early on?
Actually, I'd have to
Joe
look
John
at the
Finley's
schedule, I
horrible.
guess.
Fact.
Do what?
Joe John Finley's horrible. Fact. That's what Jay Johnson says.
Wait, Robert says Sooners have 2 runs since the. That's the. So
they did
one
have
game
8 in the first inning.
1 game in 2 innings.
They had
Again,
8 in the first inning.
Robert, you're really stretching, man.
I'm going to pull something up real quick.
Did this team sweep Tennessee last year?
I'm pulling something up real quick. Hang on.
Pull it up, Jay. Pull it up. BB gets another year. I'm not sure on that. I would buy it because I think OU's not going to get rid of him. OU making the playoff, I'm going to sell. Yeah, March Madness winner is going to be Gray God, is it not, Jay?
I need to look at it again. I failed at number 32. So
Gray God said seems that Underwood's going to start for Michigan.
Yeah, I saw that talk today that it sounds like they're probably going to go with him, which I kind of figured that. I mean, I'm not surprised. He's going to be a true freshman. That's in game two as a starter against OU. So, yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Colin says, "Did you see the no funneling man? No." Yeah. You know what, Colin? I'm glad you brought it up. It's weak in NFL football. You know what else is weak? I've played at the community center gym and had more smack talk than you see in college basketball. You cannot make a shot and look at a guy and talk, and they freaking tee you up. It's ridiculous. It's so weak. If you're not throwing punches and getting up in somebody's grill and just yelling at him, come on. It's weak. You make a 3 and you look at a guy and you're like, let's go. I mean, it's weak. It's getting weaker and weaker, man. The NFL is getting really weak. I mean, I don't even know what it means, first of all. What does that even mean?
What does what mean, this?
Yeah.
I probably don't. I have an idea, but I don't really want to say it on here.
Wait, it doesn't mean anything bad.
It could be taken as something bad, Jay.
But it's a celebration. You just got a first down or a touchdown. You go. I mean,
it could be taken inappropriately, Jay. But yeah, they're childish.
Childish?
Yeah.
Smack talking or what? I'm confused.
Gestures being childish. Man, Beard was really good tonight, but Michigan State, Izzo, man. Izzo in March is one of the best. Cooper Flag, best U.S. prospect. Cooper Flag's really good.
I was looking at the OU softball schedule. Really, when you look at it, I mean, to get to 10 wins, they're going to have to lose a lot of games with what they have left.
Oh, I agree.
I mean, you got the Alabama series, you got OSU, you got Texas and Florida to close it out. You're probably, to get to 10 losses, you're probably going to lose about 3 series. So this series and then Texas and Florida at least.
Hey, you're right. They had to have looked it up. They had to.
What are you looking up? What are you doing?
I'm not looking up. I was talking to his comment.
Oh, you're
10.37 Canic. Is that really what he ran in high school in the 100? I don't know.
So, Gray God, best prospect. Yeah, Cooper Flag is the best prospect. He's going to be drafted the highest. So,
yeah.
That's
right. Barry Sanders and Thurman Thomas both did that. It was great.
Yeah, but you
Samaje Perine did it.
You used to talk smack in NBA. They used to talk it. They used to talk it in college basketball. It's just fact or fiction. Mitchell will get more PT over Kannick. Fiction. I say fiction.
I think Kannick's going to play more, Jay. Than
I saw Fit with Fry asked about some time. Did Kannick run?
I said that. Did Kannick run a 10.37 in high school?
Fact. People are saying fact that he will get more playing time. I don't think so. I just don't. I haven't heard a whole lot.
No one's talking about Devon Mitchell at all.
No, nobody.
Not one person. Probably handheld time. Yeah, one of those handheld time track meets. Those are the
greatest. What else is there? Laser?
Well, computer time, Jay.
Wait, yeah.
That's the one you want, Jay. Computer timed.
Yeah, that's the one you want, Jeremy.
Unless you're the athlete, usually you want hand timed because you're always running PRs. You know what PR is, Jay?
Personal record.
Good job.
I'm not an idiot.
Wind dated. Doesn't matter. It's still fast.
No news is good news.
Wait, am I sold on Kannick blocking? Absolutely. He's going to be way better a blocker than Bauer Sharp. There's just no doubt. He played linebacker. He definitely is going to be more of a blocker. I really think that he can be really good at that. So, in fact, I would say that would be more his strength, that in the open field. Catching is where I'd have to see him do something.
Yeah. Izzo knows how to do it, man. They win. They win.
How do I know what? Are you talking about the blocking? It's an opinion. It's an opinion. That's all it is.
Hey, phone lines are open if you'd like to call in. Not a whole lot going on football-wise that you're really seeing. I wonder, you're probably going to start seeing some scrimmages. Not seeing, but you're going to start hearing about them. Who was it, the coach? Was it Arizona State, Dillingham, that said he's opening practice tomorrow, public?
Yes. Unbelievable transparency.
We haven't talked about that, have we?
Unbelievable transparency.
Oh, there's the word. We had to get that word in tonight. But, hey, he said he's opening up practice, and if guys don't play well, he's going to post it on social media. Is that pretty much kind of a nutshell what he said?
Pretty much. I love it.
So any fan can go to their practice tomorrow. Is that right?
Correct.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Aaron. Bob really wanted the Bedlam game too, Aaron. You're right. Bob wanted it. But the NCAA doesn't want it.
Again, how does JoJo? You know what?
Hey, there goes morale, but Lane, what kind of morale was it? If you're not, to me, that could also help. Mitchell was a 5-star. There's a perfect example of stars sometimes don't mean anything. It's still early to make that call.
Okay.
It's still early.
Hey,
I'd rather have 5 stars, but I agree. It's still early.
Ron, I'm in agreement that 5 stars don't always matter. I would agree with you there. 5 stars don't always pan out. There's sometimes guys that are rated 3-star that are better than 5 stars. That's a fact. There's also times 5s are really what they made out to be, 5s. And you look at it at OU right now. I think you're waiting on PJ to kind of be that guy. I think, Michael Fasusi, he sounds like he's coming in and going to be that dude. Well, we'll see. Baker was that guy that was lower rated. Chester says, stars mean nothing. OU lost the bowl game against 0 stars. Well, true. Rumor has it, Nagy don't pay attention to player ratings. I don't know about that, Sooner fan. I haven't heard him say that. I haven't talked to him. I've heard the rumor about it, but listen, Nagy is a guy that knows how to judge talent. I don't care if he's looking at the back of a paper and where it came from. I don't care what he's looking at. I think he knows what he's doing, and I'm gonna trust him over the next 3 or 4 years and see what happens with it. But I do think stars matter, but I don't think they always pan out. Does that make sense? I think a team that was let me say it this way: a team that is loaded with 5 stars, the chances of them beating a team loaded with 3 stars, I think would be higher, right? Would y'all agree with that?
Should be.
It doesn't mean that they have that all the 5 stars panned out, but I'm interested to see how Underwood's going to pan out, Jerm. I'm very interested. We'll see. Does anybody remember what they heard about Mark going into the 2015 season? I'm just curious about the outside perspective. I remember Andrews. I remember him just getting on a tear. I don't remember him coming out of high school. I honestly don't remember.
I don't remember how much hype was surrounding him, Jay. I
don't either. And I should remember that. It was only 2015. That was only like 10 years ago. I should remember that. But I don't know what it was.
I didn't really follow a lot of that, Jay. I mean, we listened to Sports Animal, I think, growing up, but they didn't have a lot of the things they have nowadays. Braden says OU will come back and get a win. I agree. I think they do, and then it comes down to Sunday.
Hey, who do you think the highest hyped tight end to ever play at Oklahoma in the last 25 years? Let's go Stoops.
Gresham was up there.
Gresham's up there. Stoops era on. Who were they? Top four. Top four. Coming out of high school. Mitchell's up there.
Gresham's one.
Mitchell's up there. When I'm talking about hyped.
I would think Gresham would be it.
You also got to remember Mitchell reclassified. I wonder if he's questioning that at all. Steven Alexander, that was before Bob Stoops, but that's a good one.
Gresham, I don't know if he was overhyped though, Jay.
Gresham by far.
What's the score in the baseball game?
8-6, base loaded. Chester's saying that bust that Daniel mentioned the other night. 918, he knows his stuff pretty good. He says Gresham, Andrews, Mitchell. Yeah, I would agree with that. See, so here's the thing. I don't remember the Andrews hype. I don't remember it.
I don't recall the Andrews hype either. But
Belldozer wasn't a tight end though. They weren't.
And I don't think there was tons of hype of him being tight end. There was some questions.
Gresham redshirted, Andrews redshirted. Yeah,
correct.
Stogner
was pretty hype. Calcaterra wasn't as much.
I think Stogner was more hyped the second time he came back.
I would agree with that.
And
I would definitely agree with that.
It was worse there. Yeah. Everything good, Jerm? You good?
Yeah, I have to make a call here in a minute. I text you about it, Jay.
Yeah, I saw. That's what I'm saying.
About Dad, so yeah.
Are you good? Do you need to?
No, I'll do it afterwards, yeah.
Andrew was a second-team high school All-American, was a 4-star. Mark Andrews, there it is. Not Bauer Sharp. Please no, Grey God. Please no.
Most hyped tight end was Keith Jackson. Easily the top recruit in Arkansas and Oklahoma.
Yeah, and you know who would have been would have been big-time hyped?
Who's that?
I say probably one of the most hyped recruits as a tight end the OU didn't land was Luke Haas.
Yeah, now he's at Ole Miss, Jay.
I mean, you had twice you could get him.
Could have got him twice. He didn't like it at OU, Jay. Not a Joe John guy, I'm sure, and maybe not a Venables guy either, Jay.
Hey, Sooner fan says Kerry Murdoch said there's a lot of excitement around the offense. And, I have not got a chance to watch the OU DNA. I think it came out. Somebody in the Discord put it out there. I think it was Grey God. But I'm going to go watch it because it does seem like this offense has a lot of excitement around it. And I'm pumped about that for sure. Hey, let's get to Sooner Thrawn. You're on the line. What's going on, man?
Gentlemen, how are you guys?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm just watching there. You got bases loaded, 2-2 count. We'll see if we can hit it.
8-6.
8-6.
Witherspoon wasn't great tonight.
Here we go. That's it. He grounded out.
Is that the game?
Yeah, Bama won the game.
Witherspoon was not great tonight.
We had bases loaded, 2 outs, and didn't get in. Yeah. Oh well. Maybe they can come back tomorrow. Pretty good. But speaking of Bama, just some of the basketball. What they did last night was. I didn't see it. I was at a concert, but I heard about it. That's unbelievable. I never heard of anything like that.
Well, here's what you got to think of, though. If you're Duke, you're loving that they made 25 3-pointers.
They missed about 20 on tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying. The chances of doing that 2 games in a row are slim.
Yeah, but if they can hit 12 to 15 out of 40, they'd stop the game. So
Mark Sears was unbelievable. His stock rating is rising.
Didn't he hit like 10 of 21 or something crazy?
He was
like
10 of 16 from 3.
Do you know who he is an exact clone of?
Jalen Brunson
from Knicks? Yes.
That's
Brunson.
Their game is similar.
Except he's not left-handed.
No, who?
Sears.
Yeah, that's another one that
Sears is left-handed.
Oh, he is? I didn't know he's left-handed.
Sears is left-handed, and Brunson was that way at where he played in
Villanova.
Yeah. So
that's what sucked. We let our dumbass Nico, our GM of the Mavs, he let him go because they really he was basically just a smaller Luka. They couldn't handle each other because when Luka was hurt, Jalen was amazing, but when they were together, Jalen was good, but he wasn't elite.
Yeah.
Now he's let both of them go, and we could sure use Jalen these days. Anyway, whatever. Go Thunder. I'm tired of it.
That's right.
And then I mentioned Beard. Like Beard is like, I think him and he has his right hand man, that Adams guy.
Mark Adams.
They like. He's been his second in command all the year for like several years, except the 3 years at Tech when he was the coach.
Yep.
They got those two guys got Little Rock to the dance. They got Tech to the national title. I'm a Tech to the national title.
Crazy, yeah.
And then, but when they were split, actually Adams beat Beard like 3 out of 4 times.
And
then
Adams is a good coach.
Both got in trouble, but now, as we see, they're back. This is the first year they're back together, and look, they almost made the Elite Eight. That tandem is one of the best tandems in the country. There's no doubt.
You're right. I agree with you there. I agree with you, Ron.
But I have to say, Texas Tech, how come they can go through 50 million coaches and always be good, and we have the same one and are not very good? How does Tech do that? They have guys that come in every 2 or 3 years. How do they do that? They don't have better facilities or any.
They do have a nice arena, but I don't know what their NIL package is. But I'll just say they hit some good guys out of the portal, and Grant McCaslin was a really good coach. But so was Adams before that.
Yeah, they had Beard and then Adams. The only reason Adams got fired is he had off the field stuff.
Yeah,
and the McCaslin, I don't understand. Like, why would that? It just, I don't know. Oh, and then last thing. I just thought of this. I have a cool Barry Switzer story because I read something about how, like, I saw online that his car was on the side of the road. I don't know if y'all heard this. Switzer. And a guy pulled over, a kid about in his 30s, and he helped Barry, get his tire on and all that and get going. And there's a picture of him and Barry doing the horns up. He's like, you stop on the side of the road, you help an old man, I'm going to do that.
No, I haven't seen that. I'll have to check it out.
But like 3 years ago, my dad has a buddy that he went to college at OU same time, but he played at OU. And Switzer was offensive coordinator and recruited him. And Switzer's pretty good about keeping up with his old players. But, we're talking about a guy that was in the late 60s. So my dad called his rep at the season ticket holder person to just wanted to get a message to coach that one of his players, Bill Elstrom, is having a lot of medical issues. He's like kind of become almost, what do you call it?
Dementia?
Yeah. They went to, remember when, I don't know if you remember when, like the first start, I think that Caleb Williams had, and we just kind of took care of Tech. And that was like the best game he played all year. We beat him like 35-7. Well, he went to that game with my dad. And he's like, did you enjoy that game? And this is really sad. This was 21. He says, what game are you talking? He didn't even remember the game. He had just left the game. And so he's like, wow, it's really bad. So we called with Switzer, or Switz called it his rep. And he said, I just want you to pass a note. I know he likes keeping up. Here's Beard's number if you could call him. Well, like 2 hours later, a phone call number strange comes on my dad's cell phone. He's like, I don't know who that is. But then they called the home number. It's the same number. I go, well, I guess we should answer it. So my mom goes, hello. And he goes, hey, is Mr. Todd there? And she's like, yeah, who's this? She goes, this is Coach Barry Switzer. I need to talk to him.
Wow, he called. That's
he talked cool. to him, and he kind of told him what's going on. He goes, yeah, I remember Bill. He was a good player. I hate to hear that. He goes, but yeah, I appreciate his number. I'll definitely give him a call. And I think he called him like right after that or something. So it's pretty cool.
Wow. That's pretty cool. Switzer's that type of guy, though.
Yeah, he's great. That just made me think when I saw. Yeah, it happened like a couple days ago, where he's. Why would Barry Switzer put the? Well, he said if you do that, so I thought that was pretty cool. But
Yeah, that's cool.
So another thing, this guy ran into Switzer years ago and said that, you know, I went to Texas and I met you a few times because I was in the band, and he said, and you did like horns up with like other people, and I said I wasn't doing horns up. I was doing how many times Joe Washington beat your guys' asses.
No, yeah, of course, that's what he'd say. Yeah.
All right,
That's
guys,
right.
have a good.
Hey, thanks.
Hey, thanks for throwing. Thanks. Hey, we got KB on the line. What's up, KB? Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, I don't know these guys. Y'all were talking about running backs, and I was looking through stuff last night after the Sooner Surge, and it came up on my deal. But one of the guys' name is Stoyevich or something like that on one of the podcasts.
You're talking about George Stoya.
Yeah, Stoy. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he was on there. It was him and his buddy, and then they had a guy named Josh that does the recruiting, I guess, or whatever, kind of keeps tabs on it. And they were talking. That was their topic last night, was running backs. And he was saying that, you know, Hatton went to A&M, and y'all have discussed this before on here, so I just want y'all's opinion. He said that Hatton went to A&M probably because of money, that OU could have had him if they'd have wanted him, but they just decided not to do it.
That's what I've heard.
And kind of the same thing with the other guy that went to OSU. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like Nagy is not going to spend a ton of money on running back.
Well, yeah, but yeah, I understand. But he said that most running backs, from what he's being told, most running backs that come out of high school don't make a good running back. Most of them don't pan out. So OU's not going to take a chance on that. They're going to probably try to go to the portal. But that to me sounds like going back to that bargain shopping and stuff. Because if you have confidence in your coaching staff, Texas has done that. They've gotten 5 stars the last 3 years from Sark, and 2 of them's gone to the NFL.
Who's Texas' best running back other than B. John? I'm trying to think.
It would have been CJ had he not got hurt last year.
But like, as far as NFL running back, who do they got?
They got Roshan Johnson's playing is running for Chicago.
Charles was pretty good when he.
No. I get it. I'm saying I'm trying because it brings up a good point that you brought up, and I'm trying to think OU wise running back. You know, you got Mixon, P. Ryan. You had obviously Adrian Peterson. So but I do think lately, since like 2015. Now, you do have Ramonde Stevenson, who was a JUCO guy from OU. I'm trying to think running backs from OU that they got out of high school that panned out and that went to the NFL.
Right.
That brings up a good topic. I mean,
I'm talking, and I don't know. I'm just talking this new recent, since, you know, NIL's been real big and you're having to pay money.
Yeah. I get
it. Yeah. And because I do think you have to take into consideration, if you're going to pay a lot of money, you're going to have confidence in your staff, because 5 stars still have to be developed. I mean,
yeah,
5 star or not, they're 9 times, 8 times out of 10. They're not just going to come in there and you know.
Well, and some of the 5-star ratings are their size, their all that stuff, and they may still need to learn how to be a running back. Some of them are so dominant in high school with the competition they play. You still got to develop them. You're right.
Tashard Choi said the hardest thing to get them to learn to do was block.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they don't in high school for sure.
You know, he said that's the toughest thing. He said that's where that's where all of them coming out of high school pretty much. None of them know how to block correctly, really, as a running back. Yeah, because they just don't do it that much.
That's probably the thing you have to probably develop the most is blocking. I would agree with that.
Yeah, he said something they don't do a lot of in college that they do in high school. I mean, that don't do in high school, do in college.
Yeah,
is block. You know, and catch the ball out of the backfield. I mean, they do it more nowadays, but not a lot.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so anyway, but it was an interesting conversation. He said if they had to go back on one, it may be Hatton. You know, they may try, but he said he thought that boat had
And that's the thing. It's still so long from when they're actually going to be on campus. You never know what can happen.
And real quick, 918 has this comment about it. Says, I think the new trend will be let another school develop them, see if they pan out, maybe go get the same player in a couple of years after they prove it.
Maybe so.
And maybe so. And that's the thing. You hire a GM and they're going to have their opinions of the way they want to do things. And right. I think you hired Nagy and you see what he's got and roll with it, man.
Yep. Two other quick things real quick, too. Texas, and I noticed Texas and Oklahoma, though, are doing the same thing. Both of them are getting bigger wide receivers.
Yep.
I can't say this about OU. I don't know that much. I'm not saying you don't. I just don't know. But Texas is getting the bigger wide receivers, but not sacrificing the speed. They're looking for the big guys that can still just turn it on.
I think that's what every team should go after, big and fast.
Yep. And then the other thing was they were talking about quarterbacks last night, and he said he thought Jaden O'Neal?
Yeah.
He said he thought that boat sailed too, even though it hadn't been said. He said he thinks they're going to try to put all their – he said they're going to try to put all their eggs in a basket on Bo Bentley.
Yeah.
But he said it scared him a little bit because after they made Jaden kind of mad, they thought – if you don't get Bo, then what are you? Then you're kind of.
That's the thing. And that's why I said the other night, KB. You have to go all in on one of them. Because you can't play you can't play. We're going to spend a lot of time with this guy and not as much with this guy. It's going to bite you in the butt if you don't. You got to figure out which one you want and go after him.
And I understand you had new GM come in. I don't fault anybody for all that. But when they told him he's going to be the only one, and he moved up here, and everything was great, and then you kind of.
Well, I don't think it was the GM. I think it was the OC.
Whoever they kind of reneged on. Yeah, you're right. You're probably right. And then kind of reneged on him. Then you kind of put yourself in a bad spot, Dia Bell. That's what's he almost a year ago committed to Texas, and he's a 26.
Yeah, but
Texas never went after nobody else, and he's just as happy as a lark. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but here's the thing, I'm all for the OC going after who they want. And the reason I say that is, let's just say last year, Arnold was a Levy guy. Levy left.
Right.
Well, if the new OC would have came in and not say Arnold was still being recruited and they would have been like, I don't really like Arnold. I like someone else better. I'm all for the OC going for that decision.
Oh, I agree with you 100%. I'm just saying in your position, because he's new and you kind of brought him in, it's going to be a 50-50 deal. It's almost like maybe you should have left it alone for this year to get Jaden O'Neal, instead of doing what happened and then ending up without either one of them.
Yeah, well,
you see what I'm saying? Then next year you can kind of start all over and say, hey, this is my guy. Let's go all in on him instead of – I mean, I know you got Hawkins, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, they got Hawkins. I think they're going to end up with one of the two. But
yeah, he figured it'd be Bo Bentley is what he's figuring. He thinks Jaden's probably kind of – he said from what he's hearing, I don't know how good their resources are, but that boat's probably already sailed. It just hasn't been, officially done yet or whatever.
Yeah.
So, hey, appreciate it.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good night, man.
Thanks, KB. Appreciate it. Sixto says Jaden was told that by Seth. Told what by Seth? What did I say something about Seth?
I don't know, Jay. Did you?
I don't remember saying Seth's name. I don't.
Hey, I've got one thing is, I got to get to Lane because I saw the prayer, and I just want to say thanks, Lane. Yeah, we definitely have faith in our Lord. We're definitely comforted by it, so appreciate that. And I saw the comment that OU baseball and softball may both get swept. Yeah, they might. I don't think either one of them will, but they might. That's kind of how it goes. Look, I don't even – and this is going to sound bad, but I said it last year. I don't even care about 2026, 2027 classes. Like 918 says. So many things are changing. Guys are going to go play somewhere for 1 year and they're going to move on. My goodness, that's the way it's going to be now.
Yeah. This is a good point by Daniel. Last great running back was Sermon. He left, and since the DeMarco hire. Hey, I got to go back to basketball real quick for one thing. I've said it before. Two things have to be changed in basketball rules. Have to be changed basketball rules. One of them is you got to go from you got to go from 2 halves to 4 quarters. The NBA does it. High school does it. Everybody does it except college basketball. It's stupid. Change the rule. The other one is this. It's time. I'm sorry. It's time. When you go play golf, they move the tees back. It's time to move the 3-point line back to NBA.
To NBA?
Yeah, and he's be NBA linked.
I agree. I can agree with that.
It's supposed to be like it's become that's the normal shot. No,
what other Jay? What other sport? Jay, NFL. Are the fields shorter in college?
No.
Baseball. No. That's why they need to go to a wooden bat in baseball, though.
I agree, but move the 3-point line back and have 4 periods. Here, 4 quarters. Here's the thing. You're supposed to be getting these guys ready for the next level. Then make it as close to the next level as possible. 2, exactly. It's dumb. It's silly. They need to change the rule.
Agree.
Sorry, I had to get that off.
Yeah, Eric Gray was a transfer from Tennessee. He was good.
Yeah, he was good. He was a good back. You didn't really like him, but he was good.
Okay, just say I didn't like him. I said one thing about him, and I was actually right. He didn't have a home run threat. He wasn't a home run threat.
You thought Majors should be playing.
Couldn't make a house call, Jay. It was a fact.
He was told they wanted 2 by Arbuckle and BV. Okay, but what I'm saying, even if he's told they wanted 2,
thank you.
Even if he's told they wanted 2, do you think he thought they were really going to get 2? Like, there's no way you're getting Bo Bentley and Jade O'Neal in the same class. No shot.
Yeah, I haven't followed it much, but put all your eggs in one of the baskets, and if you get one, you get one. If not, guess what? There'll be a transfer out there. It doesn't even matter.
And by the way, while we're at it,
another rule, Michael Hawkins will still be here.
Another rule that has to be changed next year in college basketball has to be changed. Continuation. It's just silliness.
I'm not getting on board that one.
Oh, come on. There's so many times a guy gets fouled in motion and they wave it off and say on the floor. It's ridiculous. Come on.
And then there's also times in the NBA where a guy takes 7 steps and gets continuation.
Well, I mean, you don't have to go that far, Jerm, but
Mike Gaddis was great. I loved Mike Gaddis.
I love Mike Gaddis. He was really good, man. Pretty bad.
I think he agrees with me, Jay, not you.
No, I think Daniel agrees with me.
The NBA's a joke on continuation.
Doesn't matter if you get them. He was told the truth. I'm a little confused. I don't know.
Too.
Call
in 6-4 Chevy. Call in
and explain what you're talking. I think I'm confused on what do you mean? Doesn't matter if you get them. He was told the truth. Come on, Okie. 1 game, bro. 1 game now. Don't go spiraling out of control here, Okie.
Yeah, 2 games right now are great in the Sweet
finally.
16. Yeah, Michigan's hanging with Auburn, man.
Best linebacker.
Big Ten is really good. Purdue, Michigan State, all tonight looking good.
Who's the best linebacker on the roster? Kip Lewis.
I would say Kip. That's who I would say, Jay.
And that's what 918 says too. Mid-major to Power 4 coach, by the way. Florida Atlantic. He's talking about Dusty May.
Dusty May.
Hey, how about this stat? That same Florida Atlantic team. That same Florida Atlantic team, they had like 4 guys that transferred and were playing in the Sweet 16. They were all on different teams.
Cool.
That team was loaded.
They're good, Jay.
And there's no mid-majors will never be again. So,
but OU can't compete. NIL needs to be better.
It does, Jeremy. I'm not getting to get out this with you again.
Hey, Jay, if Michigan,
I just want to grab this computer and slam it shut.
Did OU beat Michigan?
What?
Did OU beat Michigan?
Yeah, they did on a buzzer beater.
Michigan may beat Auburn tonight. Michigan may beat Auburn tonight.
Yeah. What are you saying?
They can compete. The Parker drop game at OSU. Sanders got 250. Gaddis 200 as true freshman that game.
You know who the most underrated running back at Oklahoma was?
Underrated?
If this guy would have been in one of these offenses with Lincoln Riley, he would have won at least 1 Heisman.
Damon Parker.
He would have won a Heisman.
Absolutely.
If he would have been in an offense that used his potential, he absolutely would have won a Heisman Trophy.
I agree, Jay.
I mean, you talk about a guy, he made the NFL.
David Overstreet.
On that horrible offense that they had. I mean, 7-step rule. Yeah. Best defense lineman, Jaden Jackson. Either that or R. Mason Thomas. I don't know which one I would go there.
He's an edge, though. I don't consider him a defensive lineman, Jay.
Well, he's asking
personally.
The phone lines are open, Okie. Phone lines are open.
Call in before we get out of here.
R. Mason, Lane says.
I don't know when the last time softball and baseball lost in the same night, but man, it was a good softball game and good baseball game, but really good softball game at Love's Field.
Yeah, here's the problem with OU baseball right now. Because this, I think, is back-to-back weekends. They didn't win the Friday night game, right?
Yes.
So when Witherspoon starts, you have to win.
This is killing me. David Stone is lazy. Sooner fan, sometimes you have good takes. Tonight, I can't say it's one of those nights, man. Tell me how he's lazy. He's one of the hardest workers, they say. What's up, Okie Long Guy?
What's going on?
Oh, man, just a little bummed that baseball team got beat tonight. Had our chances to win. Not sure why we left guy from Texas A&M.
Johnson?
He was right even before he Bowden.
Oh, they left him in too long?
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But,
they got behind, Witherspoon, 4 innings pitch? I mean, they need a little more out of him.
Yeah, that was kind of tough.
Yeah.
No, I thought we were up by 1 and they left him in. And I surely thought that once the guy got on for Alabama, we were up 6-5. Yeah, right? Yeah. 6-5. And I thought once he got on, they would have brought in Crooks to kind of close the door on it. Yeah. But that wasn't the case, and even Skip said that he kind of gambled there a little bit, and they got the ground balls that needed, just weren't in the right spot. So just happened to be where everybody.
They got to get tomorrow. They got to win tomorrow, just like the softball team has to win tomorrow, win the series.
In my opinion, I always feel like that Friday game is like the biggest one you got to get, no matter if you're home, away.
Yeah, it's huge.
Because the crowds are only. I mean, they had 5,000. I can't remember how much we had last week at OU, but they had 5,000 people at their game, and you can only imagine the crowd is going to get more rowdy and crazy on a Saturday and Sunday. So it's like, so you got to win that game on Friday night to kind of silence the crowd, or for lack of better word or analogy. But no, I was a little tongue in cheek. It was, I think they're still fine. I don't think it's.
Yeah, it's still so early in the season. They're playing well.
Yeah.
I'm not concerned about OU baseball right now.
So you don't like it anymore now, Jay? You're just gonna. You're not concerned about it?
I'm not concerned about it. Like, until they start losing series after series.
Why are you concerned about OU softball, but you're not about OU baseball?
Yeah, that's not
OU softball.
OU softball's lost 2 games.
I'm not. Who said I'm concerned about OU softball?
You have.
I'm concerned about their pitching. Yes.
Okay.
I am. Fact.
I'm actually kind of concerned about the OU bats. It seems like there's maybe 4 or 5 guys that can hit the ball. Then we get to the part of the lineup, and it's like, and we even had the best part of our lineup coming up. I think we had Willits, we had Willis, then we had Carmichael, but I don't know.
Yep. Not a good night. Not a good night. You had the base loaded there to try to get back in it.
And of all guys that we bring in for a pinch hitter, I wasn't on board with bringing, I'm sure he's fine. But who was it? Desan Harris. The guy had been sitting on the bench all game, and he's just cold. So why would you bring him in as a pinch hitter?
That's a lot of times managers. They have these kind of instincts or whatever they've been seeing. I don't know. I just think. I think sometimes these managers really have kind of like these gut instincts they go with. And hey, they're the managers. They're in practices. They see it all. So I can't really question it.
No, I think it's one of those things that we better hold on to Skip Johnson like forever.
Well, they need to, yeah. Tomorrow's a new day, though. Okie
New
Long
day,
guys,
Okie.
so, hey.
New day.
Hey, it's new day, and I was kind of curious. And I put this in the chat. I wonder when the last time that both OU Diamond Sports have actually lost in the same day.
I was going to say
that should be the trivia tonight.
There it is. There's the trivia. There's your trivia tonight. Thanks
there
for the trivia for Okie Lawn guy. We'll have the answer here. Appreciate the trivia, Okie.
All right, you're welcome. Have a great night, guys.
You too. Will the Fan Stop have T-shirts? You got stoned. David Stone sacking quarterback. Hey, speaking of Fan Stop, though, we're going to have the graphic that shows the Memorial Day, the Memorial May T-shirt. It's great. We'll have it out maybe tomorrow night for you guys to see. Sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club, thefanstop.com. Bryce says 2018. Prayers for Damon, Famone, and our dad. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Monty. Has anyone answered it? I don't know the answer, Jay.
I don't know the answer, so Hunter is probably going to
Hunter will step up.
Hey, real quick, I want to get back to Sixpo Chevy because he put the kind of explanation here. This is what I was wanting. He's saying people are saying that BB and Arbuckle pulled the rug from under O'Neal by recruiting another quarterback. He committed to Seth, who told him they were taking only him. But here's my thing. If Seth told him Seth's no longer at OU, what Seth said doesn't matter.
Correct. Doesn't matter at all. When he got fired mid-season, that did nothing he said at any relevance.
Didn't mean anything for O'Neal.
No relevance
either.
No relevance.
Yeah, but I see what he's saying there. I understand that explains it better, Sixpo. I appreciate
that explains it better. I agree, Jay. No relevance once he's gone.
Yeah, 2019, Teresa says.
Hunter's going to drop the answer. It may have to take him a while to find this, though.
Hey,
it hasn't been recently.
Appreciate that, KB. What's on early easy trivia? Who had a pick six 2000 against?
Torrance Marshall.
Is he? Yeah, Torrance Marshall. Easy trivia there.
Number 10.
2020 Bryce. I don't know the answer to this. This is going to be hard to find, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree.
What is on tap this weekend?
OU softball, OU baseball, OU women's basketball.
Women's basketball, UConn tomorrow at 4:30. Sixpo says whether or not he's cool with the idea, he's known since Arbuckle was hired. It's about numbers, the room. I get it. Now, if you think you can get two elite, be my guest. I prefer O'Neal. But yeah, to me, I think the days of getting two quarterbacks in one class elite are over with. No chance.
Yeah.
Nowadays, there's too much money involved. You can't. I don't think you can do it anymore.
Jenny Bronchek's been good. We'll see tomorrow, Jay. They play, I think, 4:00 tomorrow. So everyone enjoy the next second half here of the two Sweet 16.
Did we find out the answer or not?
I don't know. I was waiting.
Yeah,
I have to wait till tomorrow to see who got the answer, Jay.
April
7th, 2024. Last year. Wow, that's the answer. Did someone say 2024?
I'm trying to look back. Hunter put the answer in there before people gave an answer.
Someone might have said 2024.
No,
I didn't know it was that recent. That's impressive.
Nobody put it in there.
Hey, guys, thanks so much. Hey, big thanks to Dave McCook. I tell you, #1 supporter with the super chats of our channel. We really appreciate you, Dave. And thanks everyone. Appreciate you all. Thanks for the prayers. Got some good news about our dad. We did find an assisted living place. We'll be moving him in this Sunday and Monday. So thanks for your prayers. He got accepted into one. So another change, but hopefully one in the right direction. Thanks, everyone. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Have a super Saturday, Sooner Nation.